As businesses and organizations trying to adapt to this new normal, there's increasing need for digital transformation to reduce cost or increase top line. For those who are enabling these platforms, also under pressure to deliver even more flexible, easy to use, pay grow consumption models. Now let's take a closer look at India's IT and telecom sector. When you look at the wireless broadband, this sector continues to experience strong growth with over 50% penetration and solid data consumption levels. However, the wireline broadband with just single-digit penetration still got a lot more room to grow. But today, I want to focus on enterprises. Everything starts with business. Indian enterprise sector is heavily weighted towards small, medium businesses. With over 60 million SMBs with varying level of digital readiness, this is a sector which is very value conscious and looking for ready-to-use plug-and-play solutions. In this sector, we're going to see digital payments and marketplace solutions soon going to be complemented with cloud-based point-of-sale solutions and inventory management and supply chain management solutions. And when you look at the medium to large enterprises, now this is a sector that has been early adapters of cloud computing, specifically infrastructure as a service. These cloud computing building blocks typically sit in a core data center, also known as regions. These regions could be several hundred or even thousands of kilometers away. Then these enterprises have to buy connectivity from the telecom service providers to connect to these cloud instances. Still, more than 80% of the cloud workloads for Indian enterprises sit on-prem. Now, the enterprises still need to keep up with this demand and still reduce cost. We believe there's going to be changes to this model. Now, let's take a quick look at what's happening in the cloud computing industry. For many businesses, the cloud workloads double every 4 to 6 months, and there's really no sign of slowdown. And if this continues, we could be looking down the barrel of supply side constraints in the cloud computing environment. Cloud computing is pivoted on 3 pillars: compute, storage, and connect. Compute, or CPU, over the last 8 years has only doubled. Clearly, it's not keeping up with the Moore's law. In order to mitigate the situation, you see industry coming up with specialized hardware accelerator solutions. Storage has performed much better. It has actually performed 6 times better than compute. But still, it's beginning to hit the limits now. You'll see industry coming up with solutions where compute and storage can grow separately. The third pillar, connect, is clearly the best performing out of the lot. It has grown 20 times. Today, we commercially ship 800 gig wavelengths, and there's still more cycles before you hit the Shannon limit. And once you add fiber and more spectrum, there's almost limitless capacity in connect. It's in fact the connect that has the promise of delivering the fungible pools of distributed cloud. Now, in order to deliver this, connect needs more intelligence. We believe there are 3 attributes to that. First is connect needs to be able to deliver intent-based network slicing. Network slicing is really delivering slices of network with different quality of service for different cloud workloads. The second area is being able to scale out with network level resiliency as opposed to node level resiliency. The third area is predictive latency. Latency is the latest currency in the cloud networking. Now let's go back to our India's IT and telecom discussion. As cloud getting distributed, you're going to see the advent of edge networking. With edge computing, you not only get lower latency, but edge actually becomes an extension of your handsets. You'll be able to offload more process-heavy workloads to the edge. From end-user standpoint, edge is just a subnet of the VPC. where end users will run their more latency sensitive applications at the edge while running heavy processors at the core. For an example, an enterprise would run deep learning compute models in the core of the network and deploy inferences at the edge. Now, the real question is, with all of these things, does India have any meaningful edge compute use cases? Let's take healthcare, for example. Today, doctors already perform colonoscopy surgeries and computer-aided surgical navigations with the help of computer vision and AI/ML. But for that, they're having to use expensive compute resources in-house. Just imagine if these things can be located in an edge and serve multiple hospitals in the neighborhood. Industrial automation. Again, with computer vision and AI/ML, there's a flurry of industrial quality control and employment safety use cases. By placing these things in edge locations, you can serve multiple industries and leverage economies of scale. When it comes to media and entertainment, again, there's a plethora of use cases in immersive experiences. In the area of surveillance, by leveraging video analytics at the edge, you'll be able to step function the effectiveness of face recognition and vehicle recognition. So in a nutshell, it is the combination of cloud computing, AI with high speed, low latency connectivity that's going to create this combinational disruption. This is going to create a new breed of digital platforms on which enterprises, big or small, can innovate and transform.